Smoking slice. Hey. Smoking slice. Hey. Whoa. Smoking slice. Hey. Drew brings a slice. Pizza done right. JB brings the smoke. Cooking day and night. Small town stories. Big time vibes. Welcome everybody to the Smoke and Slice.
All right, so we are here, everybody. Welcome to the Smoke and Slice podcast. My name is JB, and I am from Tiger Country Smokehouse in Marceline, as you all know. And I'm here with our guests. Let me introduce the Glostik and Lizz Vega. Did I get that right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we're over here at, it's Schwagstock, is that right?
Schwagstock.
Schwagstock. So give me a little history about this. How long have you guys been coming here?
This is my second time at this venue. We've been doing shows with Jimmy from the Schwag for the better half of 10 years now. And, you know, he gets around, he does shows here and there in Arkansas and Missouri and all over the place. And just so happens we're at Mother Nature's Retreat, I think this place is called, in Missouri. So this is probably like the, I don't know, maybe 10th, 11th, 12th time we played shows with him.
We're probably getting close to 20 festivals we've done with Jimmy.
Whoa.
Yeah, we did a festival in Ohio, and Jimmy was we were booked to do a Black Sabbath set, and Jimmy was playing and doing his thing, and he came in and saw us doing our Black Sabbath thing. He was like, "Oh, that's pretty good. We should get those guys to come down and do some of our shows." And then we just kind of met and hit it off, and yeah, now we're like probably 20 shows deep. You know, we've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of shows.
Awesome. Wow. And I noticed you guys all played different instruments. Is that right?
Yeah, this is the first time we've done this kind of thing here. But yeah, we're all pretty multi-instrumental. You know, Jay plays a lot of different stuff. I play a lot of different stuff. So does Liz. And yeah, it's kind of what's happening now is you never know what you're going to get in this package, I feel like.
That's right. So, I mean, is it you three, are you a band or is it separate? How does that work?
Well, yeah, me and Ralph have been, you know, we were with our bassist for, you know, 25 years or so, and then it just wasn't for him, so he's gone, and me and Ralph keeping it going, so we changed our name from Glostik Willie to Glostik, wrote a whole new album, recorded it, and then now we're just kind of just doing us with whoever we can get to, you know, play the songs, play the tunes, but Liz is my wife, so naturally, and she can sing very well, so we just grab her and say, hey, we need a harmony singer, and you know, she helps us record all the records, and she's got her own thing going, but when we need her, she jumps in there and fills the shoes, you know.
How cool. And Liz, I saw that you've been since 2015. Is it self-taught? Is that right?
Yeah.
How cool.
Yeah,
And
I'm self-taught.
the harp, I mean, how long have you been playing that?
I've been playing the harp for 7 years now.
7 years?
Yeah,
That's
7
it?
years.
Wow, you're so good. That's
Thank you.
amazing.
It's been a very fun time to learn a new instrument. That's challenging, but fun to play.
How cool. What was your first instrument that you learned?
The guitar.
Oh, nice. Okay. And I saw are you guys all from different places? I saw you from California too. Is that
Yeah, I was born and raised in California.
Nice. I'm from Southern California, so that's
what part?
Anaheim. So Walt Disney's.
Oh, yeah, close.
Disney.
Downey.
Oh, Downey.
Yeah.
She's in
Oh, okay.
Downey.
My
Downey.
dad's from Downey.
Yeah.
Oh. And you too as well?
No, we're from Indiana.
Yeah, we're
Indiana.
We met online.
Yeah.
Because
Online.
we're we're all, me and Ralph, we had our band stream, and all we did was just live stream, and then we, you know, would meet a lot of streamers through that, and Liz was one of them. Then we had our own festival, but one year we said, let's just bring all streamers there, and Liz was one of the streamers, and next thing you know.
No kidding.
Now they're married.
Wow,
Here,
that's dope. That's a real streamer marriage that actually worked.
Yes.
Huh?
And we streamed the wedding on Twitch.
Yeah.
Wow.
We did live stream our wedding.
No kidding. Wow. And you were streamers before you met, and did you?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That is so cool. I love hearing a streamer success story. That is really neat. Okay, so my favorite, what we have is, it's called a Marceline Mastery. Okay, it's a 10-layer deep dive. And these questions are designed for the listener to get to know you better than ever as artists. Question number 1, first impression. So you guys have a distinct energy right out the gate. So what's one assumption that people make about your music or the band's vibe after seeing you live for the first time that actually happens to be 100% true?
Huh. That's a great question. I would say,
I have an answer. My answer would be like when people come to the shows, and like you get to see a band and you get to see them do their thing, but not many bands will like get off the stage and go out in the crowd and mingle and meet people and shake hands and swap stories. So like I think that people come to the shows and they watch us, and then it's all about the conversations and the connections, so they can say like, I know this person and they're cool in my book, and actually mean it.
Right.
Yeah. I think one thing that people tell me that I think is true is that they said that they really needed to hear the harp. I hear that a lot. I needed to hear the harp. I didn't know I needed to hear the harp. And for me, I didn't know I needed to play the harp. And so I think it was like a very mutual feeling of this instrument that makes me feel present and peaceful, and how that's just so important to just have little moments in your life for that. So
yeah, and I think that like what I get a lot is just like people coming up and saying how much the songs mean to them, and like how the original tunes have like got them through a lot of hard times, and like kind of helped them through their life in some way. Which to me, that's the coolest thing and the coolest feeling ever.
Oh, yeah. I have so much video that I took today of you guys. I'm gonna post it with this and everything. It was beautiful. The final songs, the last 3 just got me. It really made me hold my wife close. So I appreciate that.
Nice.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
So man, so here we go. For past the first one, now we're going into the shallow reef. Okay, the daily rhythm. Tour life, studio marathons, festivals here, rehearsals, they all get chaotic pretty fast. So what's a small everyday ritual, either for Liz individually or the glow sticks as a unit, that helps keep you grounded before you step up to a microphone or pick up your instrument?
For me, I think it's like doing the menial human things. Like waking up, you have some food with your significant other, and you might like sweep the floor and go outside and bask in the sun, take the dog outside and stuff like that. It just to kind of slow things down just for a minute, because if you're just go 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 all the time, it's too much.
Right.
So just a minute, just to pump the brakes for a day. Not even a day, but a part of the day.
Yeah, like 4 hours.
We work.
Yeah.
We work it every single day, just about. We do 6 days a week. We have 1 day off, and so, but like menial things like that. To me, it's like the people in your life and the time that you get to spend with them is so important. You got to cherish it. It just kind of charges you up to keep going.
Right.
Yeah, like, and me and Liz, what we do is we just, you always like when you're both live streamers that, you got to sleep for so many hours, and then you got to wake up and you got to stream for all these hours and play music. And sometimes it's together, but most times it's separate. We're both doing our own thing. We just find something to do together every day. And like, usually it's just like, even if it's as simple as going to the grocery store, like that's one thing that me and Liz do every single day. We wake up and we don't go to the grocery and buy groceries for a week. We go and buy groceries for the day, because that's like our time together. And then we cook a little food, and then we'll eat, and then we'll start streaming. And then when we're done at like 2 or 3 in the morning, then we'll hang out and watch movies and, eat more food. We'll cook again. We cook twice. And then that's basically, yeah, I agree with Ralph. That's about my own preset ritual, is just basically going to the grocery store, getting some food, and just hanging out a little bit and getting ready to go.
yeah, just live and try to stay inspired, and just live your life, because that's all you really have. and then bring that to the microphone. Because then you have something to say.
We can hear that in your vocals when you're on stage too, most definitely.
Thank you.
Now, you made it past the shallow reef, guys. I mean, is it getting too deep water for you?
No, this
good?
is perfect. You're gonna tell the people the things that they may want to know that they'll never know unless you told them.
Right,
So.
right, and they're getting to know you better than ever, and that's the point here. So the first drop, all buckled in. Here we go. The hidden skill. So when people listen to your tracks, they hear a seamless, tight groove. So what's a specific part of your songwriting or live chemistry that takes massive effort or discipline to perfect, even if the crowd thinks it looks completely effortless?
I would say it just boils down to practice. We spent so much time, all me and Ralph do, you know, we have never had real jobs ever. All we've done is just wake up every day and play music. So, you know, and we do it for work and that's just all we've ever done. And then we started doing this live streaming thing. I mean, we were doing like 6-8 hour shows and I mean, every day, every single day. That's all we did. We'd wake up, we'd just do what we were doing for a few hours and then we'd go start streaming, and we're still doing it. And that's been what 6 years. But even before that, we were touring and practicing all the time. Like we just spend every little bit of time practicing. And one time me and Ralph got to meet Ozzy. And Ozzy told us, we asked him, what kind of advice would you give somebody like a band like us? And he said, go home and practice. And when you think you've practiced enough, practice some more. And we took that really seriously. And we went home and we really practiced as much as possible. You know, songwriting, I think that the key to that is just, you know, you got to be well polished with the guys you're playing with or the girl you're playing with or whoever you're playing with. And you've also, for songwriting, you've got to be willing to like open yourself up and show people a part of you that maybe you wouldn't talk to a stranger about on the street, but you can write a song about it and show it to somebody, you know. So I think that's what it means to me, really, I guess.
I think when I think about your question, I think harmonizing, because I feel like that really takes a lot of practice. And I know that it took a lot of practice for me. So I think when you hear it on stage and now it sounds so good in our harmonies, I feel like we're really locked in tonight. And so I think that that's one thing that seems effortless, but it takes a lot of practice. Just like Jamie was saying.
Yeah, it's been we've been singing terribly together.
I was
for
struggling for a minute. I was like, what is it?
Now.
Why can't I hear? I'm like, so it's like one thing that, you know, I'm very proud of. Yeah.
So even on your off time, you guys are practicing together at home?
Well, we're just playing music.
Yeah, we just play.
Or practice playing, like enjoying it.
We don't have off time, really.
Yeah, we're
so
just...
when you're streaming, it's actually practice as well then.
Yeah,
it's kind of like practice performance, you know, because you are performing and mingling with people, and it's weird because you get to know their real life thoughts as soon as they put them in the chat, you know.
Right.
So they can tell you if you're whack or not.
You know
what I mean?
It's like being able to read your audience's mind.
Yeah.
Like if you're at a show, you can't do that.
And it brings.
But imagine if they could text you while you're playing.
Yeah, it brings a different element to it. But like, my answer to your question would be kind of, it's hard to pinpoint one thing, because with all of this, even if you're just a band that records music and puts it out, there's so many moving pieces to that that you have to appreciate, and people have strengths and they have weaknesses and like everything. There's just so many things that are extremely hard, you know. Like when we started doing this, we had to, you can't really always afford studio time, so what do? You have to learn these things yourself. You have to get this equipment. We start streaming. We don't have a crew of guys like Wayne's World, you know. It's like everything we had to figure out. And it's like, I can't say that one thing is, everything looks so effortless, but if you sit and think about the time it takes to go behind this, it's just like, whoa, not one piece of this is like, you know, something you could just, but it is the art of doing. You just got to do it.
Yeah, I would say that's the most important thing that you could have is drive.
Yeah.
You just need drive, and you got to want to do it every day, and you can't do it for a week and get sick of it. You have to wake up every day for, now we're 25 years in. me and Ralph, for 26, 27 years at this point. And it's like, you just got to wake up every day and want to do it. You know?
That's 27
like-
years.
27 years.
Wow.
The coolest thing
Probably.
humans can
I
do
can
is
only
create.
imagine.
That's
You
right.
know, so like create some stuff, throw it out there, see how it goes, create some more stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you're literally bleeding through that pen and into that paper, and it's just
Yeah.
it shows. And every time you guys like those, I keep going back to the original songs, but like it shows that that artistry that you have of being able to be in sync and harmonize and not just copy a song, cover song, which that I mean, there are people that do that amazing. Actually, the swag, you guys, oh my gosh.
Well, the thing that I think with cover songs and doing them, like what it did really good for us is you're playing a bunch of hit songs. Like that's why we don't stick to one band. We play every kind of genre and every kind of band we can think of, because you're playing hit songs, songs that people love.
Mm-hmm.
And then what that's doing the whole time is it's teaching you what a great song is. So once you play hundreds or thousands of songs hundreds of times, you now understand how to do one yourself. You know.
That's right.
I think that's also important. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And you guys change it up so many. You got like almost freestyling songs up there. That songs you halfway know. I noticed too. That was really.
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
when you did 1 week, that was so cool, bro. I listen to that song all the time, and you killed it.
Thank you.
I know at the end but you got it, bro. That was sick.
Yeah.
Chickadee China, the Chinese chick. Yeah. I was with you. All right, so you made it past the first drop. Now you're into the blue water. All right. So beyond the obvious musical influences and genres that people pin on you, what's a specific personal relationship or quiet, non-musical moment in your lives that deeply shaped the direction of Lizz Vega and the Glow Sticks?
I would say for me, it was just because it's always just been music. It's hard to think of any non-musical moments, but
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, but like I think that it was like really my grandpa, because it goes back to the drive kind of thing. And I think that it was like my grandpa was like pushing me to go into like trade school and do all this stuff, and like, yeah, do your music, but get a backup plan first. And I was like, I was going to college, I was on the dean's list, high school dropout, but I did it just to appease him. And then one day I just went to him and I said, Grandpa, I want to drop out of school and I want to be in my band. And my grandpa just told me, I'll get on board with you if you agree to work as hard, 10 times harder at your band thing than you would at a job. And I was like, well, yeah, I make that promise. Drop out of school today, So I think that was just my answer would be Grandpa, that talk I had with him that day where he was just telling me you have to work hard for something that you want to do.
Sure.
And that's probably the biggest pivotal moment for me, because that's when I had something to prove, and it gave me a reason to wake up and try to work harder than everybody else around me,
Definitely. That'll do it.
Yeah.
You got one or?
Yeah.
I have one. But go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I think for me, it's when I like sit down and write my thoughts on a paper, like what I'm thinking, what it is that I'm feeling. Because for me, music is it's a place where I can really express myself. And I think living my life before music, I wasn't very expressive, at least emotionally. So when I started doing music, it was just a place where I can finally, see what it is that I was feeling. And so it's been such a great tool in my life. And so, yeah, when I like sit down and write my thoughts out and try to change things about, I don't know, maybe even little things that I'm doing to improve my state of mind. So I just, when I sit down and write is I think it's a big door into writing music for me.
You find it
really
therapeutic almost?
Always. Always.
Definitely. How about you?
I think it's just like, living life and losing people that you have really deep relationships with through like death, It's like, you get to see somebody and all their dreams and aspirations, and they might have put them on hold to do whatever they needed to do. And it's like knowing that people close to you, you know, are no longer here, and they never got a chance to really do what made them completely, entirely happy. It's like, don't wait, you know. If
Right.
you got something cool that you care about, whether it's art, music, you know, whatever it is, don't wait on it. Just go and start doing it, you know.
Yeah.
And for me, that was music, you know.
Right. And Liz, I know it was non-musical, but I noticed when I was younger, poetry was my expression, right? And it turned into music writing and songwriting, but it's therapy.
I used to write a lot before I did any music. I think it was when I was probably in middle school, and even first and second grade, I remember writing little short stories and reading them to my stuffed animals.
Oh.
And so I know it was so cheesy, but I loved writing, and writing was the first thing that, it was like the first time where I can go into that state of mind where I'm just writing because I'm seeing it in my mind. And so with music, it's kind of that same feeling of seeing it, feeling it, and letting it out with sound.
Full expression.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, real quick before you do the next question.
All right.
The band name is Glostik.
Okay.
Just Glostik, but you can call us the Glosticks.
Glostik, and so that.
But it's Glostik. It's spelled like there's no W, no C.
Glostik.
So it's Glostik.
And there's a line over the O, so it makes it like a W.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a long O.
Oh.
Yeah.
But the Glosticks is cool because nobody's called us that yet. So I was like, man, I kind of like it.
That's awesome. Well, I saw on Spotify, I follow you guys now. I saw it's just you two on Spotify, so I didn't know if you're gonna revamp that with her in it now, or if
I mean, it's just like Liz can play with us, but it's not gonna be like an official member kind of thing.
Gotcha.
It's not like the band is just me and Ralph, which I think a lot of bands are like that, where they have people who may be with them for a long period of time, but at the end of the day, it's just two people, and it's just me and Ralph are brothers, you know.
Gotcha.
People can come and people can go, and it's just, you know, whoever wants to do it. And, you know, Liz is a good fit. She's there all the time, and she
she also releases a ton of music on her own, and you know, has a whole presence, you know.
Yeah, she helps us. We help her. We play on her songs, and like we help out with the mixing and some of the recording sometimes, and she comes and helps out on our stuff. It's just kind of like a collaborative thing, but we both try to keep our own things going because that's what really makes us happy, you know.
So as I go searching through do you have a collaborative album yet, or?
Well, me and Liz have written an album, but we haven't recorded it.
Oh, okay.
But I do sing.
So coming soon?
Yeah, but I do sing most of the harmonies on the new album, the Glostik album. So it's always collaborative, you know.
Right.
I feel like if I can help you, and it's just
and it's like when we go, if you go and listen,
really...
if you go and listen to like the actual studio stuff, the new stuff, it's like we need like 5 people to do that. You know, we need 2 guitarists, a couple singers, you know, and a keyboardist.
Right.
I mean, because we build that stuff up in the studio, and that's why we're not really touring right now. We kind of want to get it to where we can just hire a band, and it just, you know, it's me and Ralph's band, and whoever's there is there, you know, just have a good time together.
Just a jam session. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And that's where the creativity springs too.
Yep.
All right, so you made it to the thermocline. All right, this is the creative philosophy. All right, getting deep. All right, so what is the hill that you're willing to die on regarding your music? So like a production choice, a lyric style, or a live performance standard that Glostik refuses to compromise on, even if the rest of the industry disagrees?
Well, I think right now, like we've already, because we were, for the longest time, it was me, Ralph, and our buddy who, you know, it was a 3-piece kind of jam band, and we played festivals, and it led us down to even us meeting right now. So I think that we built a huge fan base that liked to show up and kind of watch us like rip their faces off, you know, with incredible just shred guitar and drums and bass and just crazy stuff. Wow. But you know, over time, I just started to realize, you know, like the longevity of that like path is like very short. And then we had a couple tunes that, like, you know, that when I would go out and talk to people, it's like, this tune changed my life. And it's like, well, it's not the 15-minute jam song that changed your life. It's the 3-minute song that meant something to you. And, you know, so we completely shifted our focus and said, you know, let's just not do this jam stuff. Let's start writing a bunch of tunes that maybe people can feel, that make people feel something. And that's what I, you know, started to do. And then we wrote all these tunes and we recorded them and they were great, but our old fan base did not resonate with it. And a lot of them don't like it. I guarantee it. Like, most of them haven't listened to it. It's just, you know, it's not something that they support. And I think that if I were to talk to one of the jam band fans, which I do all the time, they're like, I wish you guys would be doing this. And it's like, well, we're not. And that's the hill that I'll die on, is that I would rather write something that made somebody feel something rather than show you how good of a guitar player I am. I'd rather not play guitar and just speak words to you, you know. So that's the hill I would die on. Yeah.
I like that.
I think the hill that I would die on is kind of the exact same thing, but I would label it more in evolution's sake. You know, as a creative person, this creative person doesn't always stick into what, you know, the same kind of box that made them widely known or whatever, accepted by people. It's like you evolve, you know, as an artist, as a musician, and that's a part of the process. Is you know, you're not the same musician that you were when you were a kid, and it's supposed to get better, you know. And so it's like, I feel like that should be more accepted, and it kind of elaborates on what he was saying, is where there's, like, you know, a portion of the fans that this isn't really their vibe, but it's our evolution. We're not like, we're doing things that still make us happy. So it's like, that's what it should be about, you know, the evolution of something. I like to appreciate all the genres or all the eras of, like, musicians and stuff, you know, because they change so much. And it's like we're doing the same thing right now. So, you know, I'm not sure if that's an abrasive thing in the industry, but, you know, it's like, yeah, just don't be abrasive to evolution, getting better, you know.
Stagnant's never good.
Yeah.
You know, growth and that, I mean, having that growth and opportunity to not stay in that lane and keep doing the same thing over and over again. You know, having that creativity is what it's all about.
Yeah. I really, so I record a lot of my music in my bedroom, so there's always background noise. You can always hear something in the background. And many people would find that as like a mistake, or like, oh, you hear this, or, you know, it's not perfect. And I don't know, I just love it so much, and that's a hill that I'm willing to die on. I don't care if there's background noise. I think that it's just alive, and that's what music is all about. It's about trying to capture a moment, and sometimes it's not going to be quiet in the house, you know? Because
Yeah,
guess what? People are living and loving. You could hear him
we're
so many times.
streaming.
Yeah.
I'm in there
And
screaming,
so,
smashing
I don't know.
pumpkins.
I really love that, and I just think it's what it is what it is, and I think that it still sounds fucking awesome.
Oh, sure. I mean, that
Excuse my language.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's a podcast. You can say whatever you want. But having that, like you said, that chemistry, and then being able to that little extra reverb, you know, in that background from that room is nice. Or that hearing that pin drop, or like you said, he's in the background.
Yeah.
The cool thing about being artists is you can now digitally, you can take those sounds and warp them into a whole song sometimes. Look what Skrillex did, right? Oh yes, oh my gosh. Right?
Yeah, and I think that that's the best thing. That's the greatest thing about music, is like it's always being remixed. Because I do, like, a lot of my songs, I record them live, so they're one takes, and then I add harmonies to them and add sounds, add the bass, and add everything afterwards. So it's not perfect.
Right.
I don't use a click, and I know that I can be on time, but it's no fun for me.
Right.
I'm like, I want to do something just a little different, try something a little different, so that I can figure it out how it is I'm trying to remix my music, all the music that I've taken in for years.
Right.
You know, so I think it's cool.
And like 21 Pilots said, never trust a song that's perfect.
Yeah.
that songs are, it's art, it's expressive,
Yeah.
it's not supposed to be chopped down and micromanaged. So. Okay, so you made it past the thermocline, so this is pretty deep here. We're in the deep current now. This is the hard lesson.
Okay.
So every band has a rough set, tracking sessions that go off the rails or creative disagreements. So what's one specific setback or failed musical experience that you went through that actually ended up sharpening your sound or making you tighter as a group?
I think recently, like Jay said earlier, we recently lost a member, and me and Jay are brothers. We grew up playing music together.
25-year member.
Yeah,
my.
somebody who like grew up, and went through the mud with us and all that, and recently he just walked away from it, and it's like, you're your own person, you can make your own decisions, but I feel like that scenario, some people would, I feel like, really let that get them down, and then they'd just be done too. But like, we have no other choice, and we want to do this, so I feel like that scenario was really bad. It's like a worst case scenario for a band, but it actually is like sharpening us in a direction that we need to go, and just really doubling down on it and trying to evolve and be creative and just press on, for the sake of doing it and enjoying it on top of it,
Yeah, I think that like before, when it was the 3-piece and it was the three of us, he was very good at the vocals, so me and him kind of steered the ship the whole time, and Ralph never really vocally steered the ship. And then now that he's gone, it was like, dude, we've got to figure this out. We can't, it's either he's done so that crushes us, or we can find a way to do it with just the two of us. And, we're both going to step up, and we're both going to we're going to push each other to get better. And I mean, now you can see this dude didn't even sing a single song with our band for the first 23 years.
Yeah, I'm kind of fresh skin in the vocal.
So he started. That's why I like to have him sing the mains and I sing the harmonies. But now he's learning harmonies, and because that's an art form in itself. The harmonies, the harmonizer's job is to make the lead vocalist sound better, and that's their only job. Their job is there to support the lead vocalist and make the lead vocalist sound better. And so that's what we're really working on. When he's the lead vocalist, I'm there trying to just make him sound better. When I'm the lead vocalist, he's there to try to make me sound better. And we're getting better at it. And now he's playing bass, which isn't his instrument at all. And we're just finding a way to do it. And I think that made us better. It made us better songwriters, because we went through a tragedy. We went through heartbreak. I mean, we lost a brother. And it gave us something to write about, and to where the songs actually meant something. You can feel our pain through those lyrics, and then when you end with a song like Carry On, you can also feel like this sucks, but we're going to carry on, and that's what that whole new album is kind of telling the story of relationships. And some of it is about our relationship with him, and some of it's about the relationships that we've had throughout our lives. So, and people we've lost and that kind of thing. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's that one critical, super traumatic, terrible event made us better. And that was the deciding factor that created Glostik as it is now. So.
Well, like they said, they're brothers. They've been in this band together. So I've kind of been on my own musically for a very, since pretty much the whole time that I've been playing music. And I think for me, it's just been, before I started music, because I started music about 11 years ago. But before that instance of me grabbing the guitar and singing, I did undergo a drug-induced psychosis. And so to get myself out of that, I started playing guitar and I started singing. And I don't know, it was just the only thing that made me feel good and made me feel safe and made me feel present. And because of that, I think it really made me just run towards music, because it was the only good thing in my life that I was doing. And I don't think I liked the person that I was before I started doing music. And so it was just something that I can do that wasn't hurting anybody, and I wasn't hurting myself. So that's why I do it, because it just feels good.
And by that therapy of healing your pains, other people are hearing it as well, and it's healing them as well. So.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. That's really what true art and why your
Yeah.
music sounds different than other people's.
Thank you.
I love it. And the harp, you can hear it on the harp too. You were tugging on my strings
Yeah.
earlier.
I'm telling you.
It's a very emotional
It
instrument.
is,
is.
and it's one of the reasons I do it is because it just feels good.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like to have just the basic foundation to like, why do I do something? Because it feels good. I feel like it gives you all the power, and it also gives you a sense of direction of like where to go. Because like if you like to do something, I feel like it's a perfect beginning towards at least your own path because it's what you like and what you want to do. And because you don't question that, you belong there. And so I think it's about just finding those little things that eventually lead me to places where I belong, like music. You know, I went my whole life without doing music. And to go a whole life without being able to express myself, being able to even feel sadness, I did not feel sadness at all. I just was angry or happy. Like those are my two things. And so I feel like I was finally able to just express that part of myself. And that's why I love music, because I can be myself and I don't care who sees it and I don't care about anything else. So, yeah.
Well, your listeners love to see it. We love to see it. It's beautiful to watch.
Thank you.
And the chemistry that you guys have is just phenomenal. All right. So what happens in the rehearsal room when the doors are closed and the tape isn't rolling, when the unseen part of your collaborative writing process that ensures a song truly sounds like a glow stick record?
Well, anymore, there is no time where the camera isn't rolling. If I write songs, I write them on stream in front of people, with people, collaborate with the chat. You know, I will say, hey, guys, what should we write about? And they'll be like, oh, write a song about, you know, two people who just constantly argue in circles. And, you know, they're just like, they can't ever come to an agreement. And it's like, okay, well, let's go round and round. Let's end up where we've already been, you know, and then you have the song. So it's like, for me, it's a lot like it's a lot easier for me if I just have my guitar in my hand and there's somebody there that says, write about this. And then I'm like, oh, well, I can relate to that. So now let me put words out to where I can tell that story, but through my experiences. So I never have a time where if the camera's not on, I'm not playing or writing or doing anything. If I'm gonna do any of that, I go in there, I turn the camera on. I think it's the same for all of us. We don't rehearse or practice. If we do, we do it in front of hundreds of people, and I think that's important because, I mean, it helps you really get to a point where you don't care too much what people think. You know, like where you're willing to be vulnerable and show sides of yourself where it's like, yeah, it's okay. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to suck. That's why I was willing to do 1 week tonight. It's like, you know, and it gets you just like, yeah, we're just doing it and we're having fun.
Yeah.
And you know, when you're streaming and stuff and you're like, oh, well, I can also get paid for it. Like this can be my job, just basically having fun with my instrument. Then, you know, get in there and turn the camera on.
Yeah.
You know?
Why not? You're doing it anyways, right?
Yeah, don't be scared what people are going to think, you know.
Yeah.
True.
I definitely do not think about people when I'm writing. I don't think about what's going to happen afterwards. You know, it's just like a moment that's like.
Now, Liz actually does play when the camera's off.
I do. I love it.
She plays all the time.
I have to, because it's just like, there just has to be a moment where I can't even have a thought about reading the chat or thinking of somebody else's thoughts, because it's like, for me, when it's about music, like it's too personal. And so it's like I have to have those moments with myself. I mean, I think everybody does. I mean, I have a song called Be My Own Friend, and I feel like that's just so important, like to be there for yourself and to know that you aren't alone, that you're spending time with yourself and your thoughts and the characters in your mind. And it's like I want to get to those parts of myself so that I can then show the world. So I'm not really thinking about anybody else. So yes, I do play a lot when the cameras aren't live, because I like a good balance.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I
Ralph
need
does
the
too.
balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ralph does too. Ralph plays a lot offline.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
Yeah, because I'm still figuring things out on, you know, like the strings. I've been playing drums a really long time. But, yeah, trying to figure things out on the strings. There are times where you gotta, you know, anytime you can pick it up, I feel like is positive. to try to have an instrument accessible like wherever you go.
Yeah.
Because even
Yeah.
just like just a few minutes messing around with something helps out at times.
Oh yeah. Just get that rhythm, especially.
Yeah.
I've noticed I'm nothing without my cajon. Oh, like I didn't bring it this time. I should have brought it, but
Well, the great thing about drums is the world is your drum.
that's true.
You know,
That's
like I
true.
was really just giving that stage all I could with my foot tonight.
Ooh.
Trying to keep the
Yeah.
bass drum rocking.
Yeah, it's like we met, our buddy, one of our buddies is the drummer of Death Clock, Gene Hoagland, and he learned to play drums playing air drums.
Yeah.
And he writes, when he lays down to go to sleep, he writes drum fills with his toes.
No kidding. With his
Swear to God.
toes.
That's why he's one of the best ever. The dude's practicing even when he's laying in bed.
Yeah.
Whoa. That is awesome.
Yeah, it's really hard not to think about drums and patterns and rhythms and
Oh, yeah.
notes, even when you're not playing.
Well, and all the rudiments that you have to memorize and fills that come with it and everything. Yeah, it's
Oh yeah,
oh,
that's every day.
oh yeah, and it never
Checking something out.
never stop learning.
Yep.
And then they have Drumeo, and that brings everything to a whole nother level.
Exactly.
All right, so the 8th level here, the midnight zone, the personal shift. So, like you said earlier, evolving as a band means leaving old habits behind. So, what's something that you had to outgrow, whether it was a creative ego or an old mindset or a specific way of playing, to finally get the band at a level that you're at right now?
Oh, dude, I think for me, it's a lot of things, but it's just like personal things and things that you want to do. You realize what's holding you back from being good, and maybe something you love a lot. Like for me, it was cigarettes, dude. I'd smoke 2 packs a day. I'd smoke 2 packs right now, but I haven't smoked in 3 years because I wanted to be a better vocalist. Felt it was holding me back. Quit doing dabs and barely smoke. And then recently I quit drinking coffee because coffee actually messes up your vocals.
Oh.
So it's just like trying to find those little things that like you want to be better, and maybe there's something in your life that you do every day that may be holding you back and making you a worse singer or a worse guitarist, So like stop doing those things. So I think that's just, for me, it's just been like a lot of personal growth and trying to cut out bad habits that may affect your ability to be a good musician.
Being able to recognize those things is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. How about you, Liz?
Me. Honestly, like I said, last year I started working on just trying to sing better notes with my voice. And so it's just, I think, just taking the practice to learn more about like vocal placement. And so kind of getting more technical vocally, because before I was more like emotional. It's like if it feels good, then it sounds good. But I think that when I started realizing that I was like straining my voice, I'm like, well, I don't want to do that because that's going to ruin my voice. So I think just being more open to more classical vocal training. And so, yeah, that's kind of what's been helping me lately.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, there's so much, like Jay said, personal things. He quit smoking. I'm working on quitting smoking for the exact same reasons. Just for the sake of being a better vocalist and also to be healthier, who doesn't want to, breathe for a lot longer. But, yeah, doing stuff like that. And then also realizing that being in the band in 2026, where you don't have a massive team of people to do all these menial jobs for you, it's a realization of like, you have to step up to the plate and you have to open your brain and learn things to like work social media, know how to release music, brush up, and it's just like for the sake of learning things, and you have to kind of fill that gap. Or you could pay somebody to do it and hope they're doing it, but it'd be a lot easier if you just did it yourself. So it's like one of those, that's a big thing, is just trying to spend every day or every minute of every day being busy, grinding the old stone of getting somewhere with the same goal in mind,
Right.
and not just wasting time doing, things that don't matter.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
evolve.
And you got to
evolve.
believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You really do have to believe in yourself, even when things are getting hard. Like, you always have to just continue to keep playing music and go towards whatever it is that you want in life.
Just keep working
So,
it.
yeah, just keep believing in yourself.
Yeah, remember that it is an investment in yourself at
It
that point
is.
that you're doing. So,
Nobody else is going to invest as much as you will.
that's right.
You got to enjoy it. You know, you got to enjoy the ride the whole time.
Oh,
Even though it might
yeah,
be
I
stressful, like
know.
you could be on an assembly line or something, you know, and
Yeah.
it could be much, much worse.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah.
you could have more money and less happiness, you know.
Oh yeah.
So tip the scales a little bit.
Yeah, money doesn't always buy happiness.
Oh, God, no.
All right, so level 9 here, the abyss. This is a place that many people have not reached yet. So, the inner truth. Was there a specific moment or perhaps an uncomfortable truth that you had to accept about yourselves that finally made your songwriting or your live chemistry click perfectly into place?
For me, I just realized, you know, maybe I'm not the best guitar player in the world, and I'll never be, because guys are so good at the guitar. It's insane. So quit trying to be the best guitar player and try to just be the best songwriter. And like, that's what, like, it totally shifted for me when I just said, you know, I don't need to worry about being like great at guitar. Like, I need to, and it was really when we were, because our producers, Chris Lord-Alge, and who mixes all of our songs, on the biggest of all time, you know, and he told me that, like, you know, the most important part of your stuff is like the acoustic guitar and the words and the vocals. And he's like, and he actually would take my guitar tracks and have Bon Jovi's guitar player replace them.
Whoa.
But it sounded so much better. And it's like, this is how my song should sound. Like, and then that's made me like, yeah, I can still play guitar, and I'll go play guitar and be the lead guitar player, but it's not my, it doesn't mean as much to me as it used to. And now, I think that was just a brutal realization that I had, was just like, dude, you're not that good. You know, don't try to be the best, because people are half your age and light years past you. It was when we played with Brandon Taz, and he was, he did some sets with us, and we played together a bunch, and his 15-year-old kid came out and ponded me, dude, in front of, you know, tons of people. He ponded me, and I was like, dude, he's half my age, dude, less than half my age, and this kid's better than me, dude. Oh man, you know. So then I just started, you know, feeling discouraged. But then when it was like, well, you're discouraged about this, but you still have something. So I think that was just a huge turning point for me in my songwriting and my playing and everything, you know.
Wow, 15 years old.
Yeah,
He
tore me up.
He's
dude.
on another level, though. This kid is,
Tore me up.
he's a phenom.
I bet.
I mean, like, you watch some people play music, and some people, music plays them.
Oh yeah.
And that's what was happening to this kid. I was like, what in the hell?
So it was fun to watch too at the same time, I bet, right?
Oh, it was amazing, dude.
Yeah.
It was, I didn't feel, like, in the moment, I didn't feel bad, but it's like when you sit back and you're like cranking a couple beers and you're like, let's watch the time me and Taz were shredding, and it's like, that kid ripped me to shreds. Dude. Like, in the moment, I was like, I got him. But then when you go back and you watch it, it's like, no, that kid ripped you up, dude.
That's how it goes. Around every corner is, you know, somebody who's going to clown you on your own instrument.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's, you know, at the end of the day, it's not a competition. It's just about feeling good,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. Watching you play drums, dude, and I've only been doing it for 2 months, and watching you shred, man. You guys are you're talented, man.
Thank you, dude.
Thanks for letting me up there and getting the footage too. I'm gonna share that too. I got some nice behind the scene footage of them while they were up there.
Nice.
Really cool.
Because I've been kind of just doing this thing on my own, it's been really difficult for me to, I guess, accept help, because I'm like, no, I can do this myself. And it's always been like, I can just do it myself. It doesn't really matter. But it did, because I feel like that was limiting me, and it was limiting my mindset, and I didn't realize that I was being narrow-minded. And so I think that has kind of opened up for me, and I feel like my music can, I don't know, change or evolve, or wherever it takes me, you know, it's going to be different. And so I think, yeah, like accepting help and letting people be a part of what I'm doing too. I stopped being so closed off.
I think it's just knowing, like kind of what Jay said, knowing that around every corner and nook and cranny, there's somebody who's like leaps and bounds better than you, shame you at a lot of things. And, you know, it's like realizing that, knowing that I don't need to be that. I just need to be the best version of myself, you know, and don't be afraid to learn new things and brush up on stuff. But like, there is no competition when it comes to, but it's hard, you know, when you're like, oh, you know, you feel pretty good about your play, and then you go around the corner and it's like, oh man, this is crazy. This guy, who is this guy? Where did he come from? They're like, oh, he's, you know, he comes here every week.
Well, the songwriting, though, like you said, it does come back to the songwriting, and I think that's what changes everything in that category. Because when you're doing the jam songs, you know, yeah, if you're jamming on the guitar, it means something. But if you're writing songs that actually are tugging at people's heartstrings and getting them into the story of the song, then all that other stuff is just icing on the cake, and honestly not necessary. Like you said, your mentor having those guitars like that just on stage, like the bass guitar and a guitar, and then the vocals, beautiful, just beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, I wouldn't change that thing. Don't change anything. Man, maybe a cajon. All right, so the 10 and final, the trench. All right, and I'll get you guys out of here because it's 3:52 in the morning. So when people look back at the legacy of Lizz Vega and Glostik, both the tracks you leave behind and the lives that you live off stage, what do you hope that people say was the ultimate thread connecting the two? What's the legacy you want to leave behind?
I've thought about it for a long time. Is you know, when, like Jay said, we spent a lot of years just jamming, kind of floating and doing this stuff. And if you heard like some of our old stuff, it is really high energy, fast, shredding rock and roll, heavy drums, heavy bass, very little vocals. But we did this stuff and went out to festivals, and we were an in real life band. You catch us in real life. We put out a studio album, didn't really know what we were doing. We were learning whatever, but now we're honing in on recording music, putting it out, and publishing it so that it can live forever. Because we look back at this legacy that we've had for, oh yeah, we've been playing together 20 years. Well, where's all the music that you've written, and where's all the stuff? It's like, oh well, we don't have a legacy. So what we're doing now is tightening the bolts on that and trying to write more songs, be creative, but also hold our feet to the fire of releasing those to the public so that they can, you know, live on past us and mean things to people that are different than what they mean to us. And, you know, it's just for the sake of getting it out there. You know, it's good to create it, but in our world, it's just as important to publish it out there, you know, throw it out there for people. Because it does live for a long time after that, you know.
Oh, yeah. And you guys are living publishing. Literally, everything is published.
Yeah, there's a lot.
That's great.
Yeah.
I just hope that what connects me to my presence on stage and my presence in my life, is that pretty much?
Yeah.
Is I just hope that I am as honest in my life as I am with my music on stage. Like, I just hope that, you know, one always helps the other. And I just hope that I can keep a good balance. And I just keep striving to be the person I am on stage. Because the person I am on stage is who I am. Like, I love music. I love the way it makes me feel. I love playing it for people. I love connecting to myself. And I just hope that I can continue to connect to myself, even in my life, with the people around me. So, yeah.
I think that, like, for my legacy, what I want to leave is like kind of like what Ralph said, where it's like there's a lot of music out there that means something to people, that is published, that will live forever, you know, just like all the greatest songs of all time that we all grew up listening to. I'd like to have one or two or 10, you know. I mean, so I'd like to have that, but then, I'm also like a big guy, like big into like history and like going back and like looking at like my great grandpa and like, you go back and you start looking at, like running through documents and finding like, oh, well, your great great uncle reported to the census that he only owned a couch and a guitar. And it's like, okay, so this is like cool that's where it comes from. But it's like, that's all I could find is like this dude signed the census and put his possessions in there. It's like, I would like for people to get in the future that want to go back and get to know me, they actually can get to know me because there's thousands of hours of videos of me being myself. I'm not playing a character. Sometimes I'm an asshole. Sometimes I'm shit-faced. Sometimes I'm actually on my shit. And, it's just being able to go back and like get to know me long after I'm gone, whether that be through music or whether that be through stupid, hilarious videos that me and Ralph made, or whether it be a 8-hour live stream of me sitting there drinking, screaming at everybody. Like I want to leave a piece of me in this world forever, and that's the beauty of the internet. In 2026, you can leave a piece of you in there forever. And as long as somebody doesn't hit the master switch that deletes all of our videos, that's why we post them on every platform. So they're always hopefully they'll live somewhere forever. And people 100 years from now will be able to go back and say, oh, those guys were cool. I wish I could go and hang out with them the same way we watch people.
We were born in the wrong time.
Well, I think there's so much, like we have so much stuff out there that like you could really easily get to know who we are personally by watching the stuff, and the community that you build with an online stream. These people know you very well, like your family, and you know them too, but it's different because they're looking into your life. So like we put so much stuff out there that if people would be able to get to know us personally really easily. I feel like just come hang out and join the party. We're always there.
You're right on.
Live streamers.
And
Stream live.
yeah, that actually leads into the final. So, I mean, you guys made it through the 10-layer deep dive. Congratulations. Our first guest, we actually had a belt. So, I mean, our listeners can't see it, but I'm giving you guys a big shiny belt. Y'all see that bling bling?
Yeah,
Oh my
dude.
God.
Yeah. Oh, I know. So,
He mentioned a belt.
yeah. So, thank you guys so
Is it
much.
real gold?
Bling bling. We'll get there. We're getting there.
Spinners.
But that leads into the last question. So where can all the listeners find you guys? Where's Twitch? What's your handles here?
All our handles everywhere is GLOSTIK Glostik official. You can find us YouTube, Twitch, Kick,
Twitch and
TikTok,
Kick are all Glostik TV.
Glostik TV.
Yep. Or if you just want to watch our kick stream, which is where we actually kick back, and you get all the music streams, but you also get all the extra stuff IRL. I was live streaming on Kick earlier, just out here in the crowd, Ralph playing drums. We will probably go up to the cabin and maybe fire up a stream and just talk to the people and drink beers. And you can find that at glowstick.com, spelled just like the name, glostik.com.
That and the music is the same way. Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Wherever music can be heard, we're there. Glostik official. Come find, just Google GLOSTIK. You'll find us.
Yep.
And for me, it's Lizz Vega, Liz with 2 Z's, LIZZVEGA. And if you, I'm sorry.
You got that down pat.
I know, I say it so much. It's like a robot now.
Count our fingers.
You're your own PR person. It's necessary.
I know I have to, I'm telling you.
You're good.
So you can, if you just look up Lizz Vega, LIZ with 2 Z's, not with one, with 2 Z's, Vega, and then harp or anything, you can find me everywhere. You can find me on Spotify, you can find me on YouTube, you can find me on TikTok, you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Facebook, you can find me on here, and you can find me pretty much everywhere.
Find you everywhere.
Just look up Lizz Vega, LIZZVEGA. That's Lizz Vega with 2 Z's.
You heard it here on the Smoke and Slice podcast. So I am your host, JB. And Drew, we heard you, man. I'm gonna see you. I need that deep dish pizza from Marceline Pizza Company, man. It's coming. So, Tiger Country Smokehouse, thank you guys so much here over at Schwagstock.
Schwagstock 572.
572. And tomorrow we are gonna be back. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah,
Thank
you.
Thank you.
you.
All right.
Smoking slice. Hey. Smoking slice. Hey. Whoa. Smoking slice. Hey. Drew brings a slice. Pizza done right. JB brings the smoke. Cooking day